Good morning, dear students. This is lesson 2, subject and predicate of your grammar, page number 8. So let's see what is subject and predicate. Subject. The subject tells us who or what the sentence is about. The subject is the part of the sentence. What is sentence? Here you can see in the example, I like saucer and cricket is a sentence. Is a sentence. And the subject is the part of the sentence. Subject is the part of the sentence. Okay, which part of the sentence? The subject is the part of the sentence which tells us who or what the sentence is about. The sentence is about what? The sentence is about who? So, you can see in this example, the sentence is about what? I like saucer and cricket. So, this sentence is said about I. This sentence is said about I. Who likes saucer and cricket? I like. You just ask the question, who likes saucer and cricket? So, who likes? I like. So, I is the subject. Okay. And predicate. The predicate tells us something about the subject. So, the part of this sentence, this whole is the sentence, no children? So, the part of this sentence which tell us something about the subject, about this person. What is telling in the sentence, that part of the sentence is the predicate. So, I like saucer and cricket is the predicate, because this part of the sentence, like saucer and cricket, is telling about the subject. What is subject? Subject is I. Because when you ask the question who like, you are getting the answer I like. So I is the subject and like saucer and cricket is the predicate. So here you can see kinds of subjects. A sentence can have one or more subjects. A sentence can have one more subjects. Let us see what are that. First, a subject can be single word, a noun or a pronoun. Example, you can see in this sentence, children, a subject can be single word. Single word means here Jayashri laughed. Jayashri laughed. So this is the sentence, no? Jayashri laughed. Jayashri laughed. This is the one sentence. In this sentence, what is subject? About what the sentence is? The sentence is about Jayashri. Jayashri is the subject, and this Jayashri is the subject. And what is written here? Subject can be single word. So Jayashri is a single word, a noun or a pronoun. Jayashri is what, children? That is noun or pronoun. Jayashri is the name of a person. So name of the person is a noun. Okay. So Jayashri is the noun and this is the single word. Okay. So this is Jayashri is the subject and laughed is the verb. Laughed is the verb. Understood, children? Understood subject here? How it is a subject can be single word? Because Jayashri is only one word, and instead of this Jayashri, if it is written she laughed, so she is what? Pronoun. The pronoun is what? In place. The word which we use in place of noun, that is the pronoun. So here, because Jayashri is written, so Jayashri is noun. So it is a single word, a noun, or it may be pronoun also if instead of Jayashri, she or he could be written. Okay, understood? Look at the another example. They were talking in the corridor. So here they is what, children? They is the, we are in this sentence, they are it is talking about they. Okay, many people, those were talking in the corridor. So we are talking about they. So they is the subject and were talking in the corridor is the predicate. And this they is the what? Noun or pronoun? This is the pronoun, because here name is not given. Clear? Part 2, in kinds of sentence. Second thing, this is the one, a subject can be single word or noun or pronoun. This is 2. A subject can be phrase containing a noun, articles or modifiers. Articles or modifiers is the same. So here examples are written. For example, all the students in the class were making noise. All the students in the class. What is that? That is the phrase. You have studied about phrase. It conveys some sense and it is the short sentence. So all the students in the class, so it is giving you some sense and that is the short sentence. So a subject can be phrase. This is the phrase and this is a subject because we are talking about all the students in the class. We are talking about subject. What you have studied? Subject is the part of the sentence about what or who we are talking about. So all the students in the class. In this sentence we are talking about what? We are talking about the all the students. So all the students in the class is the subject and were making noise is the predicate. Similarly, another sentence is given as example. That new boy in the class is very intelligent. So it is asking who? Who is very intelligent? That new boy in the class. So this is the subject. Is very intelligent is the predicate. Right, children? Are you getting me? Okay. If you have doubt, you can ask. Okay. Ask. You just ask me on my WhatsApp number. Third, a subject can be two or more nouns, pronouns or noun phrase that may be joined by conjunction. Conjunctions are what? And, not only, but. Here by mistake you are is written. It is but also, both, and, neither nor, either or. These all are conjunction. So here in this sentence it is given. This is in the kinds of subject. A subject can be two or more nouns. In the sentence where two or more nouns are there, or pronouns are there, or noun phrases are there, they may be joined by conjunction. And this noun, pronoun, or phrases, noun phrases are joined with the conjunctions. So which conjunctions? And, not only, but also, because two sentences if we are joining, we join with the conjunctions. And, not only. What you have studied about conjunction? Conjunctions are the words which joins two or more sentences. Okay, so conjunctions are joined with and, not only, but also, neither nor, either or. So these all are conjunction. So a subject can be two or more nouns. Like in this example, chocolate and pista kulfi are my two favorite flavor of ice cream. So here chocolate is the noun. It is joined with the conjunction and. Okay, look carefully. Pista kulfi is also noun. So here two. What is written? Two or more nouns. So two or more nouns are what? Chocolate and pista kulfi. And it is joined with the conjunction and. Are my two favorite flavors of ice cream. So these all are predicate because it is talking about the subject chocolate and pista kulfi. Okay. Now look second example. Both the players and the officials were honored for their performance. So both the players. We are talking about the players and the officials. These two words are joined with the conjunction and. Okay, both and the conjunction is both and. Okay, and the subjects are the player, the officials. These are the subject and predicate is were honored for their performance. Understood? So in the kinds of subjects we have studied that a subject can be single word, noun or pronoun. A subject can be phrase containing a noun, articles or modifiers, or a subject can be two or more nouns or pronouns or no noun phrases that may be joined by conjunctions. So these are the kinds of subjects. Understood? These all are the kinds of subjects. When a sentence has two or more subjects, we call the subject a compound subject. If in the sentence two or more subjects are there, that sentence are called compound subject. Okay, anything two or more is there, more than two is there, that is called compound. Now look here. Here is subject is different sentence structure. Subject is different sentence structures. So you can open your book also along with that. Subjects in different sentence structure. In a sentence, what is the subject in different sentence structure? So here you can see in a sentence, first the subject performs the action. The subject performs the action. For example, just study with the examples. Rohit wrote a letter. Rohit wrote a letter. So here we can identify the subject, we can know about the subject by the performs the action. Means the who is performing the action. What is action? Doing things is action. So here who is doing the work? Rohit is doing the work. So Rohit is the subject. Wrote a letter is a predicate. Okay. So we have studied about subject in different sentence structure is that the subject performs the action. How? The first this is the structure of the subject, that it performs the action. Here you understood that who is doing the action? Rohit is doing the action. So Rohit is the subject. Look at the another example. The puppy chewed up the sock. The puppy chewed up the sock. So the puppy, who is performing the action? Who is doing the work? Puppy is doing the work. What work he is doing? It is chewing. It chewed up the sock. So chewed up the sock is the predicate and the puppy is the subject. This is the structure of subject. What is the subject? This is the example, but we know the subject performs the action, that is the structure. So when it is asked, write the different sentence structure, subjects in different sentence structure. So first you have to write the subject performs the action with an example. Look the second. The subject is described. The subject is described. For example, described means that description, what is telling in the sentence is, it is the about whom, that is the subject. It is describing. So the kitten is naughty. How is the kitten? The kitten is naughty. What you know about the kitten? The kitten is naughty. So what is we are talking about what? That is the subject. Here we are talking about the kitten. We are describing about the kitten. So kitten is the subject and is naughty is the predicate. Okay. Pawan is intelligent. Pawan, we are talking about Pawan. Pawan is the subject, is intelligent is the predicate. Here the subject is acted upon. For example, the victim was taken to the hospital. So the victim, it is acted upon whom? It is about whom? It is about the victim. So that is the subject. Was taken to the hospital is the predicate. She was attacked by a bear. So here the subject is acted upon. So who is acting here? She is acted here. So that is the subject. She is the subject. Spotting the subjects. To identify the subject in a sentence, we should identify the verb. So if you want to find out the subject in the sentence, what you have to spotting means you have to, how you can know about the subject. So you should know about the verb. What is verb, children? You have studied, no? From first class you are studying that what is verb. Simple sentence of verb is action words is verb. Doing words is verb. The word in the sentence which is showing what work is done, that is the verb. Okay, what we are doing, that is the verb. Like we are playing, we are reading, we are listening. These all are verb. Clear what is verb? So identify the subject in a sentence. We should identify the verb. So you should know well that what is the verb. Once the verb is identified, we should ask the question who or what. Once you have identified the verb, so you can ask the question who or what is doing the action, who is doing the work. That is only the subject. Okay. or who, what we are speaking about, that is the subject. So let us learn to identify the subject in different kinds of sentences. You have studied about kinds of sentences, no? Do you remember in our previous chapters kinds of sentences? What are the kinds of sentences? Declarative sentence or assertive sentence. Declarative or assertive sentences are same. Then what more you have studied? Interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, and imperative, and what more? Interrogative, imperative, explanatory sentence. So these four kinds of sentences you have studied in the previous lesson. So here you should know what is declarative sentence. It is the statement which shows facts. So here in declarative sentence the subject usually appears before the verb. So in the declarative sentence, like simple sentence, no, which shows statements which are facts. So here verb appears before the usually before the verb. So the puppy bit the postman's ankle. The puppy bit the postman's ankle. Here it is said you just ask question who or what is doing the action. Who or what is doing the action. Just ask here in the sentence. Who is doing the action? Who is doing the action? कौन क्या कर रहा है? पप्पी कर रहा है ना जो कर रहा है. तो who is doing the action? The puppy is doing the action. So the puppy is subject and bit the postman's ankle. So here what is the verb, children? What work is puppy is doing? What action puppy is doing? Puppy क्या कर रहा है? Bit कर रहा है. So bit is the verb. Okay. The horse jumped over the fence. The horse. We are talking about the horse. So horse jumped over the fence. So who is doing the action? The horse is doing the action. So the horse is the subject. Jumped is the verb. What work the horse is doing? He is jumped. It jumped. So that is the verb. Over the fence is the predicate. Clear? So how can you identify the subject? Just you find out the verb in the sentence. So the verb before the verb what is used, that is in the declarative sentence, that is the subject. Now look here, in interrogative sentences how will you identify the verb? In interrogative sentences, what are the interrogative sentences? You should know, otherwise you will it is not possible to learn grammar. You have studied in the previous classes what is interrogative sentence. The interrogative sentences are the sentences which ask questions. Only what two main words only, so that you can under which ask question. Question words you know, what, where, when, that all are the questions. So in interrogative sentence with one verb the subject usually appears after verb. For example, where is the puppy? Where is the puppy? So this is the interrogative sentence. So the interrogative sentence with the one verb the subject usually appears after the verb. So after the subject appears after the verb. Here where is the question word. Okay. Is what, children? Is the verb. It is not the main verb, it is the auxiliary verb. It is the helping verb. Auxiliary verb or helping verb is same. Okay, both are same. Where is the puppy? So here we are talking about the puppy. Okay, so the puppy is the subject, that is after the verb. It is, I said, no, usually appears after the verb. So it is after the verb, and verb is. Okay, that are the auxiliary verbs that are also called as helping verb. Understood? Now B, the interrogative sentence with the two verbs, a helping verb, as I have told, helping verb, and a main verb, to subject. It appears between two verbs. For example, here is also interrogative sentence, no? Do you play cricket? Yes or no? Yes or no interrogative sentences. Okay, isn't it? Do you play cricket? You have to tell the answer in yes or no. Has she taken a decision? Yes or no. So that are yes or no interrogative sentences. That different kind of interrogative sentences you have studied, no? So that is yes or no interrogative sentences. So do you play cricket? So here this verb, helping verb, and a main verb appears between the two verbs. So between the two verbs is what, children? One verb is do. Do is the verb, helping verb, and play is the main verb. So subject appears between two verbs. So which word is between two verbs? You is the subject here. We are talking about you. We are talking about you. So you is the subject. Has she taken a decision? So has is the helping verb, taken is the main verb, and we are talking about whom? We are talking about she. You have to ask the question, no? Who? Who has taken a decision? She has taken a decision. So she is the subject. Clear? Now imperative sentence. An imperative sentence, the subject you is implied. For example, imperative sentence, here you we are not saying in the sentence actually, children. This is understood. This is understood. इसको हम खुद ही समझ लेते हैं. If it is written come here, we are calling, I am calling you, come here, it means who has to come here? You know, ma'am, teacher is calling you. So you is understood. So always teacher is not saying you come here. Okay, we say come here. So you is understood. So here that subject is hidden. Subject is hidden. So you have to find it. Who has to come here? Just ask the question. Who has to come here? So you. So you is the subject in this imperative sentence. Clean your room. Clean your room means who has to clean? You has to clean. So it is answering. If you are asking the question who, then it is you are getting the answer you. So you is the subject here. Exclamatory sentence. In exclamatory sentence, the subject generally comes before the verb. For example, before the verb, underline, the subject generally comes before the verb. That is main point. Okay, these points are main. Like interrogative sentence with one word, in exclamatory sentence, the subject generally comes before the verb. Okay. Similarly, you have to underline the subject you is implied. Clear? Interrogative sentence with two verbs, a helping or a main verb, subject appears between this whole sentence you have to underline. Similarly, in interrogative sentence with one verb, this line you have to understand. Clear? So we were talking about the exclamatory sentence. The subject generally comes before the verb. Before the verb. Where is the verb? See the example. How beautiful the garden is. Read. How beautiful the garden is. So it is said what? The subject generally comes before the verb. Where is the verb? How beautiful the garden is. So what we are telling about the garden? Beautiful is the verb, no, children? So what we have studied? The subject generally comes before the verb. Before the verb. What word is before the verb? How beautiful the garden is. So here, where is the subject? Subject is the garden. Subject is the garden. Clear? How lovely. Here the is the helping verb. Is the helping verb and the garden is the subject. And beautiful is the adjective. It is describing the word, no? So that is the adjective. How lovely these roses are. So R is the subject. Which subject? This is the R is the helping verb. Is the helping verb. R is the helping verb. Okay, these are the helping words and these roses are the subject. Okay, and lovely is what? It is describing word, so that is the adjective. Clear? So just correct it. I have told 2 times wrong, so just understand. Again I am telling you. See, how beautiful the garden is. Is the helping verb. R is the helping verb. Okay, that are also called auxiliary verb. And we are talking about the garden, these roses. So what we are talking about, that is the subject. So the garden, these roses are the subject in the exclamatory sentences. Now kinds of predicate, I think that is enough for today. Kinds of predicate we will study in the next class, because if we study together lots of things, you will get confusion. So that's over here. One exercise is given on your book, that is at the beginning of the lesson, supply suitable subjects to these predicates. Okay, dash like saucers and cricket. So you have to complete the sentence with the suitable subject. So complete that and send me. Okay children, so here your chapter is over about the subjects. About the predicates we will study in the next class. Thank you children.